Okay, so today we're going deep on this piece. Um, Improved Life on Earth. Pretty straightforward title.
Yeah, very optimistic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's from innerway.com, sotom.oo, and it's by Shawn Wondunna Foley, March 24th, 2025.
Yeah,
So pretty recent.
very much so.
And it's interesting because it's not really talking about just like small improvements to life on Earth, like,
Uh,
oh, we could all recycle more or something like that. This
yeah.
is like big picture stuff.
It really is a fundamental shift that's being discussed.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes this deep dive interesting is we're looking at those core ideas, those really big concepts about the future of humanity. I mean,
The
that's
future of humanity, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and it all kind of starts from this idea that we are really all connected.
It's pervasive throughout the entire piece, this idea that we are all in this together, to quote directly.
There's only one Earth, our home.
Exactly. And I think that's such a powerful starting point because it really sets the stage for everything else that follows.
It does, and I think that, we often hear that phrase, we're all in this together, but this piece takes it a step further.
How so?
Well, it really emphasizes this idea of like kindness and compassion and even love.
Yeah, there's a real sense of urging for a deeper connection, not just an acknowledgement of our shared circumstances.
Right, and this care for country, as the author puts it, and that doesn't just mean like the land.
No, it's more holistic than that. It encompasses everything within it.
Us, each other, the whole planet.
Exactly. And that's where this concept of global consciousness comes in.
Right, which kind of builds on that foundation of interconnectedness that we were just talking about.
Yeah, it makes the argument that true progress comes from collaboration connection, working towards shared goals, not just individual efforts in isolation.
It's the whole lifting each other up idea.
Precisely. And, when you think about historical examples of huge leaps forward in humanity,
Like what?
well, take, for example, the eradication of smallpox. There was a massive global effort.
Or the moon landing, right? Massive global effort.
Well, it's exactly a testament to what we can achieve when we work together towards a common goal. And the author takes this idea of unity even further to a cosmic level, you could say.
Moving towards interstellar evolution, that's the next section.
Yeah, and it sounds like a huge jump right from global to interstellar.
But the way the piece frames it, it's like the next logical step in our development as a species.
It suggests we're on this trajectory to become an interstellar, spiritually united, Type 1 galactic civilization.
Okay, now I have to ask, what is a Type 1 galactic civilization?
So generally it refers to a civilization that can harness all the energy available on its planet. So think like solar energy, geothermal energy, all of it.
Okay, so it's not just about like spaceships and warp drive.
It's about energy mastery.
Mm.
But what's really interesting here is the emphasis the author puts on spiritual unity.
That seems to be a recurring theme.
Yeah, it's not just about technological advancement, but a fundamental shift in our values and how we relate to each other and the planet.
And to get there, the piece talks about the old ways needing to dissolve, like division, scarcity, egoic systems.
What are those egoic systems?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
Well, think of it as systems primarily driven by individual self-interest competition, the opposite of that sense of unity and collaboration.
So the source suggests that these old ways are making way for new paradigms.
Exactly. Paradigms built on unity, sustainability, spiritual evolution, and these new paradigms lead to the emergence of new ways.
So what does this new world look like?
Well, the author paints a picture of a world where free energy education, health, and well-being are accessible to all.
Wow, that's a really big...
It's a bold vision.
And there's more. The piece mentions abundant housing, a life free from fear and scarcity, all those things that hold us back.
Yeah, and it's crucial to note that the source doesn't present this as some utopian dream.
Right, it says it's being co-created.
It's an emerging new reality, not just wishful thinking, and it specifically highlights 5 key components.
Okay, I'm listening.
Free energy education, health and well-being, housing, and living an awakened lifestyle. Those are the pillars.
So it's not just about material abundance, but also a shift in consciousness.
Exactly, and all of this leads to a pretty clear call to action.
Right. The author really urges us to work together, as global citizens to create this better world.
A world based on love, peace, freedom, abundance, and prosperity.
Those are some pretty big goals.
They are, but the author seems confident in our collective power.
Nothing and nobody can stop us when we share a common vision to benefit humanity and the planet. Strong words.
Definitely a powerful statement about the potential of shared purpose.
So to recap, in this deep dive, we've explored this vision of humanity moving towards greater unity and interconnectedness,
A shift towards a global mindset focused on collaboration.
which could potentially lead us to an interstellar future characterized by spiritual unity and tangible improvements in life.
Things like access to free energy, comprehensive well-being, all spurred by a collective call to action.
It's definitely a lot to think about.
It is, and it leaves us with this question, considering this vision of a future where everyone is working together. What's one small practical step that you could take in your own life that could contribute to such a world, even if it seems insignificant on its own?
That's something for all of us to consider.
It is.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.
See you then.